I ruptured my bicep. So my birthday was a few days ago, March 5th, and I gave myself a wonderful gift, a ruptured bicep, which is now going to need surgery. I saw the doctor today. Today is Tuesday, so I ruptured the bicep on Sunday, and then I'm having surgery tomorrow, Wednesday. That's kind of the timeline of the events and everything. But I filmed part of the doctor's visit, and we'll be filming tomorrow kind of some behind the scenes of the surgery, as much as I can film, and as much as Mama Potter Collector can film. My mom's gonna be there tomorrow to take me to the surgery center and be in recovery and all that sort of stuff. So I'll be putting some clips in this video to show you guys some of that process. I've been through this before, so I ruptured my left bicep in 2016 and had to have it surgically reattached and everything. So I know what to expect, which is a really a blessing, but also a discouragement, because I know exactly what my next few months are gonna look like. And also it's my dominant arm this time, so that's gonna make things a lot harder. In the doctor's office now, just got checked in with my doctor's nurse. He wants some x-rays done, so I'm waiting for the x-ray tech to come in and get me. But yeah, so that's the first step. Then I'll see the doctor. And now I'm back from the x-ray. So she took pictures of my arm extended and palm up. Took me a second to kind of like get that full extension. And then some like this with my thumb up. The doctor yesterday said I probably don't need an MRI because I have history with my left bicep rupturing, and with the things that I described, that it's most likely a rupture. All right, so it is what I thought. It is a complete rupture. So surgery is tomorrow. I'm really thankful that he was able to get me in like right away. There's a time limit that you need a bicep to be repaired before it is unreversible. And I'm just happy that it's getting taken care of, because I know what it's gonna take, how long it's gonna be. So I'm thinking, I mean, even if it was a day or two, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But in my head, it's like, gotta get this started, because I know it's gonna be a long process. But I'm thankful for modern medicine. So here's the scar from my other surgery. And what's great is like, I have 100% movement and everything from this arm. So I'm expecting the same results with this one. And I don't have a tripod, so I'm kneeling on the floor at the counter. But I made myself some food. I'm still eating those Factor meals. I love them. But this is hard, because it's like, again, it's amazing how much you use your dominant arm, and you don't realize it until you can't use it. But I'm having some breakfast, some pancakes and sausage. It's just so weird. I do a few things with my left hand, like driving. I usually steer with my left hand, but I don't eat with my left hand, and I don't open things with my left hand. So I was in Florida for my birthday, and then a bunch of friends and family surprised me by going down and being at Universal and Disney with me for the weekend. So that was an amazing surprise, and it was a fantastic trip with some family and friends at one of my favorite places. And so on my birthday, we had gone to Boma for breakfast, which is a breakfast buffet in the Animal Kingdom Lodge. And afterwards we went and we were looking at some of the animals that were at the lodge and then taking some pictures. And I thought it would be fun to lift someone for a picture. Long story short, in that half a second, a lot changed and a lot flashed before my eyes. Because I had ruptured this bicep before, I knew immediately what had happened and immediately what the next few months were gonna look like and what was gonna be affected. The fact that it's my right arm, so now I've gotta use my left arm and try to figure that out. I'm currently in a play. Some of you know I'm in the 39 steps. What's that gonna look like? And I'll tell you about that in a second. Things like YouTube and editing. How am I gonna edit videos with one hand? And obviously, if you're watching this, I've figured out how to do so. So that's good at least. And I finally got back into the rhythm of working out again. And now it's like, oh, now I can only focus on my lower body. And the sad thing about this arm is I was like reaching goals and stuff with my workouts, and then this arm ruptured. So now it's like I've been making goals with my workouts and now this arm ruptures. But it's just amazing how all of that can just flash before your eyes in that very split second moment that you've either lost for a while or you're gonna have to make modifications for the next few months or however long it's gonna be. So that's what happened. And what's funny is this arm ruptured from lifting someone else too. So I guess I just can't lift anybody. As far as surgery goes, it's a morning surgery, it's outpatient. I'll be put under, and then physical therapy starts like next week, and it's 3 days a week of physical therapy. And it's painful the first few weeks of physical therapy and like getting past that point of where you can't rotate any further is gonna be hard. As far as the play goes, 39 steps, we open this Friday. So I'm having surgery on Wednesday and then recover Wednesday. And then Thursday will be probably a somewhat rough dress rehearsal. And then we open Friday and have a show on Saturday too. We made major modifications yesterday, Monday, at rehearsal. And we'll kind of solidify those modifications tonight, Tuesday at rehearsal, and then surgery tomorrow, no rehearsal tomorrow because I'm having surgery, and then another rehearsal Thursday, and then we open on Friday. So, but I'll be okay. When I had this surgery, I was at rehearsal. I was actually in another show, which is crazy, and I was at rehearsal the next day after surgery. So I'll be okay doing the show. I'm not going to do anything that's going to risk my health or risk, you know, the future of my arm, and I'll definitely be taking it easy. But that's the update on the show, so I'll still be able to do that. But I'll show you my arm. Just a disclaimer, it's very bruised. So if stuff like this grosses you out, you may want to not watch the next like 10 seconds. So I can't extend it too much, but this is where the bicep attaches at the distal end. So we've got the bruising here, which is where it detached, and then serious bruising here. When it happened and I felt that rupture, I knew what had happened, but when I looked down at my bicep, which is normally down here, it was up here. So it had rolled up. And it looks like it could be a full bicep, but it's not. This down here is just swelling. This is all swollen. And then the bicep is up here. I'm filming 2 videos today because I still have some range of motion with this arm. Once I have the surgery, I'm gonna have no range of motion with my right arm. So I need to get videos recorded so I at least have videos to edit. But I was shaving my face and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't shave my face. It's really, really difficult. If anyone's wondering what I'm using, I use the Wall Peanut. It's amazing for shaving your face because I get razor burn very easily. This like gets a fairly close shave but doesn't like cut too far down, so I don't get razor burn or ingrown hairs on my face. It's the night before surgery, and the hardest thing so far is the fact that I can't drink anything. I drink lots of water before I go to sleep, and I can't drink any water, so my whole mouth is so dry. I couldn't eat anything past 10 and won't have anything until after the surgery, so Mama Potter Collector is gonna be here at 8:15 to pick me up. All right, so I am in the surgery center now, about to change into this beautiful robe, so let's change into this magical robe. Ta-da! Lovely.
Have you had anesthesia before?
Yes.
Any problems with the anesthesia in the past? So the first part is what's called a nerve block. It's sort of like if you go to the dentist and they inject medicine in your gums and makes your face feel numb. We actually do that for your arm.
Okay.
Right? The injection goes in your shoulder area. We'll get an IV started on you out here. We'll give you medicine through that IV beforehand so that you feel relaxed. For the actual procedure in the operating room, we bring you into the operating area. And then I start to give you medicine through that IV that's going to make you take a nice nap. Okay, sort of a sedation or a twilight type anesthesia. Okay. When we're done, we wake you up and bring you over to the recovery area.
Got my party hat on. It's party time. Here we go. Just got out of surgery. Woozy. Drink water. I couldn't drink water since past 10. Pretzels.
dropped your straw, so...
What?
Dropped your straw.
I had a straw?
You had a straw. You alright?
Huh?
Need water?
Water?
Do you need water to wash it down?
Water to wash it down. Oh. From the Honeydukes.
I'm gonna open your other water bottle. Or can you do it with all that stuff on your hands?
Let's see. Hold on, I got this. Wait, lefty, righty, tooty, Rudy. Lefty, righty. Right, tighty. Lefty, Lucy.
Anything else to drink? Do you want a pop or ginger ale or something?
You know what? He's gonna need a straw. He dropped his other one.
Need help?
Maybe a ginger ale. I think so, I do. Thank you all so much for your well wishes and your prayers. They were greatly appreciated. And what's nice is, like, I feel really good about this because how long did it take?
You were back there for an hour and a half,
Okay.
but Melissa, the nurse, was saying that
Oh, my hat's gone. No, it's not.
still there. That's not the whole surgery time. Surgery time is within that hour and a half.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. I'm just glad I did not let Heels Ray Lockhart perform that spell. Because I don't want to experience scale grow. I hear it's very painful.
Everything went very well.
Good.
So just as we suspected, that biceps tendon was completely
It
ruptured.
was completely okay.
It had retracted into the arm back here.
Wow.
Okay. So we were able to find it, pull it back down, and anchor it back down to the bone
Okay.
where it ruptured from. And then we'll get you into therapy early next week. Okay, so set that up if you haven't set it up already.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, very good.
You were the doctor I had to have for this one since this was successful. So
Yeah.
I'm glad you
Good.
did this one as well.
Did you enjoy your Lorna Dunes?
Got Lorna Dunes. Oh, yeah. So, we had some Lorna Dunes, which were fabulous. Gold Rush Twistles. Gold. Rolled Gold Tiny Twister Best Pretzels. If you like work out and you, oh, thank you. If you're working out and just be prepared when they take this bandage off, your bicep is gonna be like half the size. It's very discouraging when you see it, but stick with it and you can grow it back. We actually talked about the Potter Collector channel in the operating room, which was fun. It may sound weird, but I love like surgery and this whole process. So I grew up wanting to be a doctor, just didn't want to go through the schooling. So it's just fun to be in an operating room with people doing different things and their different jobs, and so it's fun for me. Thank you, Mama, for being here.
You're welcome. I love you.
I love you too.
This like nerve blocker is just so weird on this arm, and my hand is like so nice and cozy and warm. This hand here, I still can't move anything, but it's like I touch it, it's like, oh, it's such a warm, wonderful hand. Yeah, so the nerve blocker will last probably another 6 hours or so.
And then I'll take a dose of painkillers just to take the edge off of it. And yeah, I've got the puppies here to take a little nap with me, and Mama Potter Collector's downstairs. She's gonna go get my prescription once it's ready. It's like the warmest hand it's so cozy. Like, it's so nice. But the weird thing is, it feels like I'm holding like a mannequin hand or something with this hand, because I can't feel this one, but I can feel, it's weird. Like, I'm feeling my hand in a different way, because normally if I'm touching this hand, I can feel this hand being touched, but also this hand touching this hand. But I'm feeling what my hand feels like, and it is like, I cannot tell you how cozy and warm this hand feels. It feels like that's what it feels like. It feels like I'm holding someone else's hand, because I can't feel what they're feeling. I can only feel their hand. But it's better than holding someone's hand, because this hand is so warm. It's so fascinating. You just have to touch my hand.
Okay.
It's so warm. Is it not warm to you? It's
warmer than your other hand. Your
Okay.
other hand is kind of cool.
It's just so funny. Like, I'm like freaking out about my hand, and I don't feel that at all. And what's crazy is when I touch this hand with the other hand, like, I'm feeling my hand for the first time, like what it feels like.
That's weird.
Almost like I'm holding someone else's hand, but it's better than holding someone else's hand because it's so warm.
It's so nice
It's-
and warm.
I know.
It is
It
nice
is.
and warm, but it's not like bad warm.
No, it's like a good warm.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's like a cozy.
Yes, it feels
warm.
like I could just sit here and.
I know.
it
Hold the
because
hand. I know.
my
It's
hands
crazy.
my hands are cold, so it feels.
But I
really
don't feel the
nice.
cold hands because I don't feel anything.
So strange.
I know. So the thing that I remember, so they didn't give me any like sedation in the pre-op room. So we walked to operating room 3, I remember that, and went in, and it's a big cold room with like giant lights and everything, and then the table, and they had me get on the table and lay down, scoot down a little bit. The anesthesiologist told me before he put the sedation in the IV, and I think that was it. That was the last thing I remember. I remember having to say like my name again and my date of birth and what, in my words, they were doing. So, right bicep reinsertion is what I said. And then they did the sedation, and that was it. The last one I remember the sedation as well as counting down. I didn't remember it this time. I guess maybe because I wasn't thinking about it. I wasn't thinking like, oh, I want to see how far I can count down. But I want to just say a big thank you to everyone who sent prayers and well wishes. Thank you guys. So now the road to recovery begins. I'm glad that it's begun, because I know how long it takes. So it's like I just want to get it going. You know what I mean? Little hand update. I have my fingers back, as well as my shoulder. I can lift my arm up. I have felt very minimal, if anything, pain. Maybe like just a little tinge of, like I've almost felt like I could feel where the incision was, and a little bit of like sensation running up the bicep. I don't know if I'm going to experience pain, and I don't remember from the first rupture on the left side if I felt pain afterwards. So I'm hesitant to like take the painkillers because I haven't taken anything yet. I might just take one just in case, so I don't wake up in like searing pain. I expected pain by now. It is day 2. I'm feeling pretty good. Just a little bit of like tenderness in the bicep area, and I can almost feel where the incision and stitches are on my forearm, but not a lot of pain, which is great. Okay, so I took one of my pain medicine pills before I went to sleep,
and woke up around 5 a.m. with like a 5 or 6 on the pain scale. But again, it wasn't like a shooting sharp pain. It was more like a tender soreness pain. So I took another one so I could go back to sleep. And I haven't needed any pain medicine at all since then. So I've been off of pain medicine for like over 12 hours. We do have a dress rehearsal tonight, so I'll probably take like just a basic Tylenol just to take the edge off of anything, because I do still want to feel pain in case I'm like doing something wrong so that I can make adjustments at rehearsal. And also, I'm in the middle of editing the video. Like, look, I'm finding that it's fairly easy to do if I unstrap this. Like, I can just use my fingers on the trackpad and then use my left hand to do all of the commands and stuff that I need to do. So editing is not as challenging as I thought it would be, which is great. So that's why you're watching this video right now. But I am gonna end this vlog here. I just wanna say a final thank you to everyone who sent prayers, well wishes, and good thoughts before the surgery, as well as now after the surgery. I really appreciate you guys. And I also wanna say a big thank you to my doctors and the nurses, as well as everyone else at the surgery center for making me feel comfortable and making it the best experience that it could be. So I'll see you guys next time. Keep collecting.
Thank you so much for watching, and if you're new here, welcome. We cover all things Harry Potter on the Potter Collector channel, like books, merchandise reviews, unboxings, Wizarding World of Harry Potter videos, and more. If you would like to subscribe, you can click right here. You can also check out a previously posted video right around here. If you have any questions about Harry Potter, feel free to leave a comment down below. I am happy to help. But for now, I must go. We'll see you next time.
Whoa, where'd he go?